man. I go by Mr. Check Your Temp. Once again, we back with Mr. Donald Washington, man. How you doing today, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm great. I am blessed to be here, man.
Gotta say that, gotta say that. We're gonna walk through, man. We're gonna walk through his hometown, man, where he was born and raised, to give y'all more insight so y'all can know who the man is, who y'all gonna be voting for.
Absolutely.
Give me good 2 solid lessons, man, that you learned when you used to roam these streets right here.
You know, we had a teacher named Miss Southall.
Yeah.
And this was a lady that, as a young kid, we didn't understand what she was trying to do, but she was exactly what young black kids needed at the school because she took no mess.
Right.
And as a kid, we thinking this just a mean lady, you know what I mean? But thinking back on it, it was a lady that cared about her community.
You gotta say that.
And she wanted to make sure that we were going to be straight, you know?
Right.
And so she really taught me that what it means to be a community, like, and what we need in teachers.
You gotta say that. You gotta say that. So the lessons you learned, man, and from that lady, man, what do you see that's different from our era, your era, and the era that we in today?
Oh man, the teachers don't care.
You gotta say that.
Teachers don't care. They're there for a paycheck, and that's a problem, man. You know, teacher is a special job, and we don't appreciate it enough.
Yeah.
You know, they should get paid more automatically. They should get paid more because they teach in our future, man.
Yes,
like this is an important job.
You gotta say that.
But with that being said, they also got to be there for more than the paycheck. You know, because it's such an important job.
Yeah.
We know that these kids having problems, and you are basically almost our first line of defense.
Yeah.
You know, like,
are.
It's special teachers make special students, you know?
Gotta say that, gotta say that. It's funny because I had a conversation with an old principal, and we were talking about the whole dynamic of teachers being in the school, right? So a lot of teachers, they might look at it like, okay, I'm here to teach, I'm not here to be your parent.
Yeah.
But in reality, you are.
You are.
Right? You know what I mean? Now, some of them might not have kids, and I understand that you don't understand the concept of being a parent, but your job, your first line of teaching is to nurture.
Absolutely.
Right? So like I said, now it's one thing to teach, but you still got to teach life skills for them to even comprehend what's going on in the classroom.
Absolutely. Man, Washington Park had an amazing program. It was the Kroger store, and we used to be excited. It was a room dedicated to food and snacks, and you had to, I think you had to earn the bucks or something like that, You had to earn bucks.
Yeah.
And you go into the Kroger store. Kroger donated everything. Shout out to Kroger for that. We need more programs like that in these schools.
So they were doing that back then?
Back then. They had a room. It was called the Kroger store. Kroger donated everything in there. And when you were a good student, you earned these bucks. And you got to go into the Kroger store, man. And it was like some of our highlights of our days, man, you know. So they need to bring things like that back in schools.
I think yeah, man, we're Mr. Donald Washington.
We're on 14th and Republic right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Got a lot of memories right here. Like, it definitely didn't look like this, and it definitely wasn't blocked off like this where you could just sit in the middle of the street.
You gotta say that. Yeah. Back in the day, if you did sit in the middle of the street, you guarantee you got them police pull up on you.
Absolutely.
Gotta say that. So, how I feel to see the change, man?
Man, you know, I'm torn, man. I'm torn with that because this is the communities I imagine for my community. You know, like to where it's built up. It got investments. It has businesses. You know, you don't have to leave your community to have a good time.
For it to look like this.
Exactly.
It could have been this back then, 20 years ago.
Exactly.
30 years ago.
Exactly. So I like the way it looked, but I don't like how it got there.
Right.
You know
why?
Because it's gentrification. It's not, you know, it's not revitalization.
Right,
you know?
right.
And we need to revitalize our neighborhoods.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Like, so I'm torn with this neighborhood.
I hear what you're saying, man, that it's sad that it had to take to move the black people out of here, raise the rent to make it look like this.
Yeah.
I remember roaming these streets back when I was 15, you know, hanging in Lincoln Courts, walking through Repub, and it's night and day, man. It's beautiful, don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? But it should have been this way a long time ago.
Absolutely.
You know, it should have been this way a long time ago.
And it just shows that, you know, this is what can happen in our neighborhoods when the city wants to give it attention.
Yeah.
Because now that the city gives it attention, now it can change, you know?
Yeah, now we got this beautiful building. So this the building that you was raised in.
Yeah, this building right here. This building right here, we lived on the 3rd floor.
Yeah,
On the 3rd, right here, 14th and Race.
14th and Race.
Yeah, lived on the 3rd floor. There definitely wasn't no businesses downstairs like this. Like, definitely wasn't that. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's sad, man, but it is beautiful, man. They done blocked the streets off. You can't ride, the cars can't come down, right? Yeah. You know, I guess their vision wasn't meant for us.
Absolutely, and that's a problem because, you know, they giving them a community. You know what I mean? Like this is a place to gather. This is a place to enjoy yourself. You got businesses. You can eat down here. You know what I mean? You can relax.
Yes.
But you see, they leave our communities as neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
big difference.
You got to leave there. You got to leave there to go enjoy yourself.
Yes.
And that's a problem.
Yes.
We ourselves got to start reinvesting into our neighborhoods.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like because when this place wasn't such a good place, this property was dirt cheap.
Yeah.
You know, it was dirt cheap.
Yeah.
They could, you know, if we had that mindset to reinvest in our neighborhoods, we could do this for ourselves as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, this is 15th and Race, and this is my mom's old bedroom right here. It used to be a bar. I guess it shut down, but it's pretty interesting, man. It was these whole big windows all around here. This was her bedroom. That was my room right above there.
So these windows always was this?
These windows always this big. Yep. But it was solid on this part though. It was solid, but it was windows still. They wrapped around here, and you go in the building right there, the door right there.
Okay.
And 15th and Race.
Man, it's totally different, man.
It's totally different, man. It's totally different.
Damn.
They blocked the street off again. You know, you know what? My mom filed for a permit before. She had a block party. See, my mom, you know, she's one of those citizens that, you know, we were in this jungle, but she made sure that it was clean right here. You know, so my mom used to be sweeping the sidewalk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She used to be spraying out the trash cans. You know, things that the city should have been keeping up with. But of course, they don't care about them neighborhoods. Like we said, there's no investments there. But my mom did that. You know what I mean?
Because it's about how you live, not where you live. Right?
Absolutely.
It's not. Now, like I said, my mother used to say the same thing. Because we live in Wind Terrace, I mean, we got to live like, you know, what they think Wind Terrace how people live in Wind Terrace should live.
Absolutely.
Right? So we, you know, some people have plants and gardens in front of their crib. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's not always that way, man. So to hear your mother did that, like my mother was the same way. She took pride in the environment that she was in, even though the city didn't do it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Gotta say that.
For sure. And like one day, she applied for that, I think it was a 4th of July or something like that. She had a block party. She applied for the permit. We blocked the street off. She got it legally to block the street off. We blocked it off right here, blocked it off up there. She had a little dunk, the little water where you throw the ball and you dunk in the water or whatever. Big speakers on the corner. It was a nice time. It was a nice time.
So is it safe to say that for the people, always been in your blood?
Absolutely.
You gotta say that.
Absolutely.
It's always been in your blood, so it's in your DNA. So what's this? Have this been here all?
It's been here the whole time, man, and it's an old church, and I think now it's a restaurant or something like that. But
this a restaurant?
It's something like that.
Wow.
And with that being said, though, an interesting story about this. I remember we used to live on 14th and Race then, and I used to be looking out the window, and there used to be an old white man. I guess he was the preacher or something, and the church closed down or something. And he used to be out there with his microphone, just still preaching and still trying to get a word and trying to get that church back open. And he was out there for days. And actually, that used to be a pharmacy as well. So it was a pharmacy attached to this church somehow. The word out the Bible.
So it was a pharmacy. So there was a pharmacist at the bottom of it too. Damn, right here. That's crazy.
Right here.
You would never.
You had church groups that used to come around and as a kid, it's annoying because you got a different mindset. You know, you look up to the drug dealers because they got the money. Right. You know what I mean? They got nice cars, they got nice things, and you don't understand that they blood suckers. They taken away from the community.
Yeah, gotta say that.
There used to be a church group, and they used to march. And they used to hidey, hidey, hidey ho, hidey, hidey, hidey ho. Drug dealers got to go. Yeah, they used to march, and you know what I mean. And it used to, like I said, as a kid, it used to make you uncomfortable. But as an adult, you know we need that. Where are the hidey, hidey ho peoples? We need you. That. The churches need to get out here and do their jobs.
That part.
We need
That part. But you know what though? That's all. You know my theory on why the churches don't do the things they need to do on a larger scale, you know, because they nonprofits. So there's only so much, you know, they might lose funding if they speak to the real big issue. And
but see, you hit on a good issue, because even if that is so, the church motivation should not be money.
Right.
The church motivation should be from the good book, right? It should be the job that they need to do. You know what I mean?
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But so I understand that the church is a part of a business.
Yes.
And I think our community need to understand that as well.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is that you should also be weary of some of those attentions of those church if they're not out here doing the work.
Hold them accountable.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, they are 501c3s, right? But you got to hold them accountable. So while they asking for tithing, you need to ask them what that tithing doing for the community.
Absolutely.
So don't be so quick to go in your wallet and throw that money on the floor, right? Because now these days, churches got ATM machines in there. And they check your taxes. I ain't never seen that. I'm telling you. So as people who do go to church, I don't go to church. I'm more of a spiritual being. But for people who do go to church, start asking where their money going.
Absolutely.
Right? Because there's no reason for them to pull up in the Benz and 2 pinky rings, and then the area that they church in is going to shambles.
Absolutely.
Right?
And
it's crazy.
And on that note, here's what I would leave you with about these churches. We need those churches. As I said, they had those groups in the streets singing "Hidey, hidey, hidey, ho, drug dealers gotta go." But with that being said, nobody is above criticism. Nobody is above accountability, because this community need each other.
Yeah.
And if you're not really trying to do the work, get out the way.
Mr. Donald Washington, man, where we at right here, man?
Man, we on 15th and Pleasant right now.
Okay.
And man, you was in the thick of it if you was right here. Like 20 years ago, I don't know, maybe 25 years ago, however long, before the gentrification.
Yeah.
You was in the thick of it right here, man. And then, you know, right here, literally, right here in this street right here, you know, I had a older friend. He had my bike, and he had it for a long time, and he was gone.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally like right here. I see him coming. I'm like right here. He riding in circles on the bike around me, and he talking crap, because I'm talking crap to him.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you had my bike all day, man. Like, where my bike? I mean, get off my bike. Like, and he like, man, shut up. I'm gonna pay you, right? And so he give me my bike, and he didn't give me my money. So I start driving off, and I stop. It was a dice game right here on the corner of Pleasant and 15th right here.
Yeah.
He went and got in the dice game, and I stopped the bike, and I was about to go get my money. I think he owed me like $5. And I'm like,
you gotta get that. Gotta say that. Back then, we need that $5.
Like, you know, like, but so I knew I would see him later. So something told me like, man, nah, just see him later. But as I started to ride off the bike, pop, pop, pop. But I thought it was around like 4th of July. I thought it was fireworks.
Right.
So I wasn't really scared at first, but I looked back and I saw a guy. I remember it was a blue Caprice leaning over, just firing at the dice game. Bow, 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 bow. So I took off on the bike. I hear the car skirt off. I turned back around on the bike, and the guy that had my bike, I saw him in the middle of the street. He was like this, linked down, looking at the car. It was going down Pleasant that way. And I thought he was okay, but I seen other people shot. But come to find out, he wasn't okay. Like, he wasn't okay. It was a store right here. Now that sign that say now leasing. It was a corner store. Yeah. He ran in the corner store, and I believe they pronounced him dead. He lived, but I think they pronounced him dead. And that's one of those stories that just was so impactful, and it's that trauma that I talk about that our community go through. Yeah. You know, for me that was just life. Right. And this is just normal. How I said when I was up on the other end, I'm screaming Helltown, because this is just, you know, you get numb to it. You get numb to it, and not only numb to it, you start to glorify it because you're in an environment where that is glorified. Yes. You know? Yes. But that's not life. Yeah. That's not living. That's surviving. And we need communities that can live, that can thrive, and not just survive.
It's funny you say that, right? Because this day and age, even back when I was coming up, man, that story you just shared, we built our reputation off of that scene. Absolutely. Right? So we think it's something that because we from Repub, we from down the way, we from Avondale, we from Winter Terrace.
It's a badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor, but now I realize it comes with a lot of PTSD, right?
Absolutely.
Because me personally, I deal with a lot of anxiety and hyper paranoid and hyper vigilant of my surroundings is due to the scenes like that.
Yeah.
Right? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you something. I moved to Mason years ago to raise my family out there, my son, and it was too quiet for me. That made me paranoid.
Yeah.
Right? I'm getting up every night, picking up the blinds 3 o'clock in the morning, because I don't hear cuss words and people yelling and talking all through. That was normal to me.
Yeah.
So when it got quiet, it made me paranoid. Like,
you know,
it's
that's
crazy.
funny you bring that up because I share the same experience. After we moved from down here, we moved to College Hill and we moved on a quiet street. And my sister, she still lived on Finley. Every weekend I was running to Finley because College Hill was too quiet. It was too quiet. Like I feel exactly what you're saying. I experience exactly what you're saying. And it's because of that trauma that we're going through, and that makes that normal for us. And it shouldn't be normal. Our kids shouldn't have to want to hear gunshots to go to sleep. That's a problem.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you telling me the lullaby is a 45? The lullaby is an AK.
You like
this, like, okay.
Exactly.
Now I can rest. That's
crazy, a problem, man.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, we laughing at it, but you know, it's really sad that because this is what the kids dealing with today. Nothing has changed when it comes to that, right? If you really think about it, man, because the kids I work with, they had that same theory, right?
Absolutely.
Badge of honor. I'm from A1, I'm from Winter. It don't hold water. You can't put it on the resume.
Yeah.
Right? Don't nobody really care. I mean, it's laughing and it help you build your character. Good for bad, who knows? You won't know till you get a little older.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta say that, which way it's gonna take you. But yeah, so your theory, man, and the base that you running on, which is one of them is mental health and gun violence, man, and we don't talk about that part of it, right? We don't talk about a part of it, man. So like I said, it's a pleasure to even do this with you because I understand that you are for the people.
Absolutely.
Right? And we making light of it, we making jokes and we reminiscing, but at the same time, it shaped our character to the point where it brought you back to the city.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's a beautiful thing, man. I gotta say that. Right, the bro they had on Jazz Festival weekend, right, for us when they come to the crime. Do you think that plays a part why they going so hard, why they turned that situation to a political realm now, right, to kind of help deal with the crime issues? Well, let me not do this because it is a crime issue. Like, got to say that, but how does that correlate with gentrification?
Well,
or does it?
I think that everybody knows that Cincinnati is a blue city. You know, when I mean that, I mean Democratic. It's a blue city, and Ohio though is more of a red state. But the stronghold of the blue city is in Cincinnati, and I believe like Cleveland and certain parts of Columbus. But with that being said, you know, you got the current administration, the MAGA people, and they want their MAGA brother in there, you know, J.D. Vance's brother, Bowman. And they want him in office. So they took that opportunity in order to blow it up to say, look, how they keep doing. Oh, it's violence against white people. You know what I mean? It's almost comedic. Not the brawl itself, because I don't support violence in no way. But for the the administration to blow it up and say, oh, look, it's violence in Cincinnati against white people. This is ridiculous, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree 1,000, man, because you see what they keep showing is the white lady. Right? Don't get it twisted, dude. He should never put his hands.
He was way out of hand.
Dead
wrong. He was way,
But they tunnel vision on her bruises and her injuries, right? But they not tunnel vision on the cause.
Absolutely.
Right? So now you know that they just charged the guy who did the slapping, who triggered the conversation. They charged him with
a misdemeanor.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't lock him up, didn't throw no cuffs, didn't do none of that.
They charged him with a misdemeanor and you know, while the other people facing 30 years. This is crazy.
That part.
But it shows you how important it is to have representation in these halls to where decisions is made, you know? Because that's why America and democracy is so important as far as face value when they talk about representation. Because certain segments are represented more than others, so then we see that brings certain outcomes. But when you have people who experience life as those ones who don't have, You know, the ones who's marginalized.
Yes.
Then you got different perspectives down there where people are making important decisions.
Yes.
And that balance out that imbalance of people who don't experience life that way.
Yes.
And that's a huge problem, and that's why I'm running, so you can get some of that balance.
I'm from Cincinnati. My name is Mike Williams. I'm born and raised downtown Cincinnati in the urban neighborhoods. There's no structure. They done took everything from the urban neighborhoods. Now they only come to the neighborhoods is when it's a murder, a shooting, or a killing. There's no structure with the police in the community because they don't come unless it's for a shooting.
Gotta say that.
That's all I gotta say, and I'm just keeping it real.
And to further what he's saying you need more community policing. Yeah. Meaning not just showing up when it's a problem. When it's a problem. But get out here and let people know, to see your face, to show that you really care about the community.
Yes. Build a relationship. Build a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when they do ride through, you know who policing your environment.
Exactly.
Right. Not
and
just
then also you know who's the real problems. You know, because y'all taking our kids that just need something to do and y'all treating them like criminals. Versus if you really knew the neighborhood, you would know who's the real problems in those neighborhoods.
Gotta say that.
All the community centers gone, bro. All of them. The Boys Club, they rebuilding the hood. There's no more Emmanuel Center. There's no more neighborhood house. Y'all moved the neighborhood house to LeBlanc Boys Club and put it in Price Hill. When they already have a rec center up there. What about the kids downtown in the urban neighborhood? One more time.
There it is, boom.
That's my guy, right?
That's what we need in general. We need more of our politicians to get out here and come connect with the people. You know, y'all politicians, y'all funny, you know, because you only come connect with the people when it's election time. You know, you go to the churches during election times, you get in the community during election times. But then when it's time to really handle business and really see what people need, y'all are lost. Y'all are hiding. And I don't plan to be a leader like that.
Gotta say that.
I plan to walk these streets all the time.
So man, they got what is it, biscuit love? Yeah. Okay, then what we talking about? We talking about biscuits or biscuits?
I've never been in there.
You gotta say that. You wanna pop in?
They probably ain't got nothing vegan for me.
Mr. Donald Washington, man, where we at right now?
Man, we at the famous Alabama Fish Bar, man.
Okay, gotta say that.
You know, it's one of those pillar community businesses that has always stayed packed. As you can see, it's packed in there right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those places I used to hate coming as a little boy, though. My mom used to send me, go get me a fish sandwich. You come out smelling like that all day, boy.
On your clothes, boy. Better eat it outside. Gotta say that.
But, you know, the great thing about the place is they used to practice community. You know what I mean? It was a community business in the sense of just bring your ID or your birth certificate. You get a free dinner on your birthday. We need more small businesses to start doing things like that. Yeah. That's how you build a community. That's how you build good business. When you give back to the people who's given to you. So it's very important. And hopefully they start doing that again. They have some great fish. I don't eat fish anymore, I'm vegan. But they do have great tasting fish. And like I said, it was a big part of the community when you can come get a free dinner for your birthday.
Okay. We're gonna see if we get a couple of folks to talk to us real quick, man. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I ask you a question on camera?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, real quick. This is Mr. Donald Washington.
How you doing?
Your next city councilman.
I'm running for city council.
Yeah, I overheard when I was going in there.
Okay. So I got a question for you, man, and you're gonna ad-lib on it, right? Okay, so the question is, what qualities or values do you believe are most important in a person representing your district on city council?
Never really thought about nothing like that.
Okay, gotta say that. What's the time to think?
What comes to mind right now?
Yeah. I mean, I believe, especially our community, we need to just get more into each other and build on each other because everybody else don't like us. Don't nobody else like us.
Absolutely.
And we ain't got to that point where we don't really like each other.
Yeah.
So we need to start liking each other and loving each other a whole lot more so we can start building because our money going out.
Absolutely.
We need to leave it in our community so we can build it up.
Absolutely. So I agree with you 100%.
That's one of the things that they don't teach us.
Yeah.
It don't matter what race.
Yeah.
Economics in school.
Absolutely.
Until you get to like
College. Yeah. It's by design because our current school system is set up as such. They just producing workers. They just producing worker bees.
That's it.
And yes, we need jobs in our community. Yes, we need workers, but we also need entrepreneurs in order to bring those resources to our community.
And bring in and keep it in.
Absolutely.
I fully agree.
Yes, sir. What was your name?
Yehuda.
Huda?
Yehuda Israel.
Okay, Huda Israel. All right. Donald Washington.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
Grandson, baby over there.
Yeah.
And good luck, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Y'all be good.
All right, you too, brother. We're not saying that the people who don't want to live in contribute to the community in a positive way should stay. We're saying that the people who want to contribute to the community, you know what I mean, make it feasible where they can still live here and contribute to the community, right?
Absolutely.
Don't I mean, I understand business and I get it, but sometimes they price us out.
Absolutely, and that's by design.
Right.
But you hitting on a good subject. Like I was telling you down there, we lived in the environment we lived in. Let's say was filth, but my mom made sure we didn't live in filth.
Right.
And those are the type of citizens we have to protect.
Yes.
Because we're definitely not advocating for bad apples to say.
Right. That's
The black community, we believe in justice.
Right.
These senseless shootings, senseless murder, we don't believe. Get them out of here.
Yes.
You know?
We want protection too.
Exactly.
Gotta
Get
say
them
that.
out of here. But when you be wanting them to, let's say, come forward and say, see something, tell something, see something, whatever you say, you know what I mean?
Say something, see something.
Yeah.
You gotta say
when
that.
When you wanting things like that, but then, like he just said up there, we don't see any police here. So you putting those people in danger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. They should be walking down the street like we do.
Exactly. So you put those people in danger.
Gotta say that.
So if you want the community to step up, then the city has to step up.
Gotta say that. We're gonna talk to somebody. Good.
Who we with? I said, who we with? What's your name?
My name Dutch.
Dutch. Right here with Dutch.
How important is community involvement and transparency in local government decisions to you?
Real, I don't even be caring about it for real. Tell you the truth, like shit don't be working. If you know what I mean.
Well, you hit on a good point. Why have we as a community tapped out of the political scene?
How did they help out?
Nah. Why did we tap out? Because you said you don't be caring about it. So I'm saying, why have you came to that conclusion? Like I don't even care about it. What is it that you're seeing that they're not doing to make you not care about it?
Like far as I got all these crazy motherfuckers running up and down the street. They ain't helping them with shit. They feed them and shit, but you know what I mean? They need more shit than the food, man.
Yeah.
Just simple shit like that, you know what I mean? You outside with them, you see this shit. Like,
yeah. And
first off right there, like.
And when we vote, things aren't changing.
Not really, it don't. It don't.
Yeah.
You don't see no change.
Yeah.
They say it, but you don't see nothing.
And see, there's been a consistent thing that I've been hitting throughout this video, which is representation. To where I feel I share his sentiment, to where I told y'all before, I've only voted once in a local election because I feel just like it. When we vote, nothing changed for us. But that's why I got off the couch, because I experienced life the way they experience life, and I need to be a representative down there in City Hall for things to change for us.
Right. Especially when it comes to like transparency, right? We need to know as voters and as the people of the community, you know what I mean, what their hand is, right? So you got, for them hide and making laws and come up and making decisions without having the people involved, we the ones getting affected about it. You know what I mean? So the transparency is very important, because if not, we wake up one day, we got a law, we go to sleep, it's a whole different ball day when we wake up again. So
you gotta see change, you know what I mean? You don't do something. They ain't show no change, and nobody gonna deal with it, man.
Absolutely.
Stand on what you saying you gonna do, you know, hey. Motherfuckers just turn over and wake up.
So, and like I said, I agree with what he said, and I want to tell him and the other citizens that feel that way is that I'm your true representation, and I'm really listening, because something do gotta change. I'm not just talking about this. This ain't something that I'm acting like. I care about this community because I'm from this community, and I want to see a change because I want a future for our kids. And I don't want us to have this attitude to where we feel like nothing's going to change for us.
It's nothing. They ain't got nothing for the kids no more. Like they shut everything down for them. That's what they running around doing everything. Ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Ain't no recreation centers for them or nothing. No type of centers, no nothing.
Absolutely.
They just knock the gym down, the hood down, whatever. Like they ain't got nothing. They running around.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They running around, man.
And too many citizens feel this way, and the city need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Dutch, I appreciate you.